There's another one. Oh, that's an improvement. Oh God, what did we hook? Morning, how you doing? Good.
Got it?
Yep. What's up, MFers? Today we are down at the bayou. Got the boat loaded up, as you guys can obviously see. And we're going ripping for whatever's gonna frickin' bite. I tell you guys this every time I come here. It's one of my favorite places I've ever been since I've moved down to Texas, really in my life, because you literally don't know what you're gonna catch. There's freshwater and saltwater species mixed in right next to each other. So there's largemouth bass and redfish inhabiting the same spot. There's also trout, there's flounder, there's catfish, there's giant alligator gar, and there's giant alligators. We're just flat out gonna get our Pokemon game on right now, try to catch them all and teach you guys something in the process. The one thing I've learned about this, even if you don't have these brackish, saltwater, freshwater, estuary type areas, wherever you might be around the country, you probably do have some moving water, and these fish set up exactly the same way in this moving current situation as they would in creeks, rivers, whatever you have with current around the country. So, catch the first spot. So it is much colder than I was expecting today. Got to the ramp and it was like 39 degrees. So if you guys are wondering why it looks like I'm ice fishing right now, that's why my clothes look like that. So this is a lot of what we're gonna be fishing today. We got the tide is actually coming out and it's almost a low tide, which I like. It congregates the fish. And when that happens, we fish a lot of what we got going on right here. You probably can't see it, but there's a little tiny backwater creek that pours in right there. And when this tide's sucking out and is out, those fish will stack up at the mouths of them because a bunch of bait fish will sit right there. First time I was here, they were freaking destroying the chatterbait. Second time I was here, they're just kind of pushing it. Wouldn't fully get the hook and commit to it, but we crushed them flipping just a regular Texas rig stroker craw. So we're gonna be doing a lot of each of those two things. There we go. There we go. We're hooked up. We're hooked up. First fish of the day. What species do we got? Little largemouth. All right. The mysterious saltwater largemouth bass on the old chatterbait. Okay. Well, chalk one up for the chatterbait. I was about to put the chatterbait down and flip in there with a little stroker craw, but I was like, I'll just slow roll one super slow out of there for a second first. The good thing about these areas is these fish are so competitive that you know pretty quick if they're there or not, because they got to eat. If there's something in front of their face, they want to eat it, which is nice. Helps you cover a lot of water. There we go. Oh no, it came off. Damn it. I just switched up to a little mini 6 cents crankbait. I'm seeing a ton of fish right on the drop off from like 3 to 7 feet. That's right about how deep this guy dives. Plus it's super small, and I think the bait that I've seen in here is really small. And that was like first cast with it. Damn it. Didn't feel like a giant fish, but there's another one. Oh, that's an improvement. Oh God, what did we hook? It's gotta be a red. It's gotta be a red. Just switched to this bait. Yep, that's a red. That's a keeper red too. It's a good one. Be a little careful with this. This is little hooks on this guy. Oh yeah, that's why we're here, boys. You bet, bud. You bet. Take our time with this one. Play them out just a little bit. God, we got that thing pull drag. These things are so addictive. And while I love catching the massive giant ones out there on big chunks of cut bait, this is so much better to me. It might sound like the drag's just destroyed on my reel right now, but this is my new Zillion, and it actually has that little clicker spinning reel drag, like a spinning reel. It's not a spinning reel, obviously. Look at that. Nice redfish right here. Not a great big giant one, but one of the delicious variety, that's for sure. Look at that thing pull and drag. I've made 2 casts with this little crankbait. This thing's whooping my ass. I got light line though. I got 12-pound test on here, so I'm trying to, you know, not be an idiot. Come on. This thing's pulling me all the way across the damn bayou here. Trying not to pull on it too hard, like I said, but God dang, he's just pissed. Time to give up, brother. Oh, that's just a perfect eating size one right there. Don't tell him that though. Yes, look at that. Hell yes. Big old Mr. Red. You bet. Morning, how you doing? Good.
Got it?
Yep. But, oh, not anymore. Oh, still got him. Good God, are they freaking this loaded in here? I was just trying to hide my fish so we didn't have Timothy poacher guy. And I got another one hooked up here. And it's another solid redfish. God dang. This is crazy. This one's even bigger. Just fired up here with a lipless. That is amazing. Hell yeah. This one might be over the damn slot. So I got this giant redfish in the net, and then I was firing a cast out just so those guys wouldn't see, you know, and come hop on my spot. I got this giant redfish that I'm fighting. Let's see if I can get this one out of the net so I can land this even bigger one. I'm gonna try to put this guy in the bottom of the boat. So I can land this other one. And we got difficulties. This is what you get for trying to hide your spot, Ben. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Talk about an epic day going so far. We just got here, dudes. We just got here. All right, there we go. Get this guy, which is in the slot for sure, down there. I'm gonna cut my line. Got my line crankbait in there still. And look at this one. I want to land this one because he's even bigger. Oh my goodness, look at this fish. Oh God. Hell yes. Look at that back-to-back cast. Are you kidding me? Well, I wasn't even trying to catch him. I was just firing casts so those dudes wouldn't see me and come up. Holy shit. That is incredible. Guys, look what we just did on back-to-back casts. Oh my God. Is this the best day ever? Look at these things. That's dinner right there. Let's measure and make sure they're in the slot. This one is for sure. I don't know about old Big here. We need to get him figured out. First one was on the mini crank, which is stuck in the net. Second one is on the old snatch. About straighten the hook out too, because I was pulling on him so hard. I got braid on this reel, and I was just kind of trying to horse him in while I was fighting not fighting, but I had the other one in the net. That is incredible. This one, I don't know about it. It's gonna be close. Perfect. Okay. That's a good way to start. We got 2 slot reds at the upper end of the slot. Great eating size on back-to-back casts. For those of you guys that weren't following, and I didn't really explain it at first, I threw this little 6 cents mini crankbait up there. It was one of my first casts with it. Just got to a new little creek area where it pours into this bayou. And I hooked the one, and I actually had a fish on, had a bite the cast before, but I hooked the first one. And I get him in, I fought him forever on this little mini crank because I got a light line. And I got him in, I netted him, I put him on the deck, and I hear a boat come around the corner. And of course the boat, which it's common courtesy to do, is to let off plane and not just blast out the area that the person's fishing that you're coming up on. He lets off plane and idles and idles and idles, and I could tell he's gonna be a while, so I was like, screw it. I didn't want him to know that I just caught one. So I wasn't gonna even cast, so he wouldn't know. But I was like, screw it, I'll just pick up this lipless, fire it up here a few times. First cast with the lipless up the side of the bank right in front of where I caught that redfish. Bang, a bigger one freaking eats it. The bag limit is 3 per day of those reds, so, and of course you can keep one over as well. But, so I got one more of those to get. That was badass. I thought I made the move by throwing this, and maybe it's just an area thing, but the water's cooler today than it's been by quite a bit either of the times I've been here. And I thought maybe a crank and plug would be the wobble that they want. So let's see if we can get another one. Another one, another one. Look at that, we got a green one mixed in with the redfish. Oh man, I'm so glad I picked up the little crank and plug. You bet, look how we got that too. Like I was saying about competition, they let you know quick if they're there. Just a little guy, I mean those damn redfish probably eat those bass. Deal, same bait, same cast, incredible. We got reds and greens. Another one. Another one, another green one. The reds got to it first, that's for sure. The largemouth were mixed in a little bit closer to the bank. The redfish were kind of out off the drop off. How crazy is that? Same damn spot. They want the old moving bait today, huh? One last cast, I was like, screw it, I'll throw a chatterbait in there. See what happens. The bass are small today, but they are fun. Little guys fight hard in the current. Not quite like the redfish, but hard enough. There's, oh God, I just got freaking crushed on the chatterbait. That bite felt like a redfish. Ooh, that's a better one. That's a little bit of a head right there. That ain't even a red one, that's a green one. This is a magic spot right here. Come here, bud. There we go. Well, close to 3-pound fish. That's a fatty right there. Heck yeah. He got it deep too. He was never coming off. I mean, I don't even know how I'm gonna get the damn hook out. He got it so good. He might freaking died. Dude, what are you doing? Oh, he'll be okay. A little bit of blood, but he'll be fine. Deal. They're biting now. Chew City. It's a magic spot. Spot dreams are made of. Another one. Oh man. Another big redfish. Look at that freaking swirl. These fish have such hard mouths and they eat it. They're dong. Sometimes I think it's hard to get a freaking hook in them. There's an otter and it's dead. Huh. Poor little fella. What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, it's a little baby redfish. That guy is not in the slot. I have never even caught one that small before. I take that back. The very first one I caught was probably that size. Just a little chuck. I thought he was an okay size one too, because I had never caught one of the giant ones. Hey, we caught a fish somewhere besides the one good spot. Maybe this spot will be good now.
Plug the pet one. No, that's not great.
Oh God, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Do they taste good when they're not big?
That's what Dad told us we had the other day. Because it needs its def system service.
Balls. God almighty.
Mm-hmm. You bet. Now, I've told you this before. I was surprised by this when I moved here, but redfish are maybe my favorite fish of all time to eat. They look like a damn carp, mixed between like a carp and a drum, freshwater. I mean, they're called red drum. They don't taste like it. They are freaking delicious. Beautiful white meat. And I need to hit this guy one more time. But quite simply, all you got to do is half shell them. And we'll just grill them straight up with the meat up like that. They yield a ton of meat, and they are freaking delicious, guys. I love them. Well, that's kind of a crazy day of fishing. Caught the 2 biggest fish right back-to-back casts, and one of them wasn't even really on purpose. The biggest one of the day, just making a cast to make sure some other guys didn't pull in there and start fishing. I don't know. I lost another good-sized redfish, and of course, I caught a whole bunch of little bass. Let me know if you guys want to see more of the brackish water stuff. I'm in love with it. I can fill the freezer, and I can bass fish, and I can catch giant fish on bass tackle in my boat. All things that I love. If you like this one though, hit the subscribe button. That lets me know that you want to see more. Just like it and drop a comment down below the video that you would like to see next. Thanks for watching. Some efforts. Out of here.